Gobble gobble, mother. Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Lubu. My name is Lubu. You are my audience, and we are in the kitchen of Battle and Brew as always. Today we have a special sort of combo mega mix dish for you. A, it's almost Thanksgiving in America, so that's great. B, Faker crushed everyone beneath his hands like puny ants, and he was a giant. And so we have combined those two, like that, and have created a kimchi broccoli casserole. We ain't around with you, turkey. Not this year. I know what you did. We all know what you did. So, Faker has won worlds. We're gonna make him a dish. This is Faker's Korean kimchi broccoli casserole. It's gonna be awesome, and we're gonna make sure that everybody knows what they're doing. And then you and I are gonna have a delicious Korean-inspired Thanksgiving dish to honor our supreme overlords in esports. Let's do this. All right, so the ingredients we're gonna be using today. We've got the kimchi, Sunja's medium spicy kimchi. We've actually used this in a previous Cooking with Lubu dish, if you remember way back a long time ago. We've got a jar of cream of mushroom soup, just one can, works fine. You can get it Campbell's, or I'm using organic. It's mushroom soup. Well, I think it's all organic regardless. That's a weird word for that. You don't get like cream mushroom soup, but it's made with asbestos. I wouldn't buy that. I've got 2 tablespoons of butter. We've got 2 cups of crushed rice crackers that we're gonna be using to sprinkle the top of it. We got 2 eggs. We're gonna lightly beat these eggs like every single team lightly beat LGD in group stages. I've got about 2 cups of cheddar cheese. We have just two green onions, scallions, that we chopped finely. We've got 2 cups of mayonnaise. I'm gonna use some Sriracha for spice. I've got tamari, and I have sesame oil, and those are gonna be used in very small portions, and we'll go over that when we get to it. 3 cups of rice. Remember, if you're using a rice cooker, it's 2 cups of water to each cup of rice. So we're using 3 cups of rice, so we're gonna want 6 cups of water. We've got 2 cups of cheddar. It's a casserole, you coat it with cheddar. You can put as much cheddar in there as you want, really. You like a lot of cheese? Put a lot of cheese on there. You like a Cloud 9 strat? Put a lot of cheese on there. So this American dish, the casserole, has been completely decimated by the more powerful and delicious Korean flavors. Let's join in prayer for Thanksgiving so that perhaps North America might have a chance next year. If you'll join me for a moment. Dear Lord Freak, please grant North America the transfers from the Korean teams to give us an edge in the splits so that we may stand a chance against the overlords in the futures to come. Because we need him badly. Oh Lord, do we need him? Lord Freak, please bless high. Amen. So, we've put our broccoli on the stove. We have that at a medium-high heat. It's gonna go to a boil. Once it's boiling, cut it down to low, and then let it sit for 8 minutes, 8-ish minutes. You want the stems to be tender, but not squishy. If they're squishy, you've overcooked it, so it's something you wanna check regularly, kind of like pasta. Now, gonna start adding ingredients into my mixing bowl. We're gonna start off with the cream of mushroom soup and using a standard can opener. Everyone, I think, on Earth has had a can opener that sucks. And today, I get one. Oh, God. We're getting there. Kind of like North America's getting there with its talent pool, slowly but surely. So we've got our soup. Soup-a-loop is going to go in there. And then we'll put the mayonnaise in there. There's a lot of goopy ingredients if you've never had casserole before. But it all works once you mix them all up. It's lovely, it's delicious, and it works really well. We're gonna add our scallions. Scallions! Like I said, this is 2 cups of cheese. Depending on how much you're making, you may need less or more. 1 cup of cheese is probably gonna be enough. So, kimchi. Now, something important here. Casserole can be really wet when it comes out after you cook it if you're not careful. And a big part of that is things like not straining your broccoli once you're done cooking it off. So, obviously kimchi already sits in liquid. So what you need to do is, as you're pulling it out, just be real cognizant of how much liquid is coming with it. Try not to add additional liquid. You really just want the pieces of cabbage and whatnot in there. You do not want all the extraneous liquid. All right, so 2 eggs. Again, lightly beat these eggs. These are Chinese teams that are top rated in the world. You don't want to beat them too harsh or they'll never come play League of Legends again. You just want to lightly whisk them up. Whisk, 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 whisk. So that's lightly beat. Gonna add that to the mixture. Bloop, 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 bloop. Soup, soup. These are my Bob Ross sounds. Boop, soup, boop, boop, boop. Keep mixing this up. Mixy, mixy, mixy. And yeah, it's not gonna look pretty, guys. It's a casserole. It doesn't look good until it's covered in cheese and cooked and baked. And then it's amazing. So, this is basically our internal casserole mixture, but we haven't added our rice and our broccoli yet. But you can pretty much see it's still a little thin, but it'll thicken up a lot with the rice. The rice is gonna absorb a ton of that moisture. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons, so I'm gonna go 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Nailed it. This is a little more stringent, so I'm gonna grab my things here. We are going to do 1 tablespoon of tamari. So we're gonna add the tablespoon, boop, perfect tablespoon. You can do that over a different bowl if you're concerned about your ability to pour properly. That makes sense. And then the sesame oil, we want 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. So, and again, when you're dealing with the tamari and the sesame oil, because of the strength of these ingredients and how like powerful the flavor is of these, whew, you can smell it. You really need to be careful with how much you're putting in the dish. Make sure that your measurements are pretty exact. Too much sesame oil will annihilate your dish. That's our broccoli. Let's go check on it.
Forced over by Ku. A chase from Marin and Bengi. Kicked.
What we've got there is the actual mixture that's going to go in. What we need now is the bowls we're going to put it in. You can cook it in a large pan. A lot of people cook in large pans. I cook in these small ceramics. So you got a little butter spray. You can use whatever kind of spray you want. But we're just gonna spray the bowls. Get a light spray on there. Again, this helps kind of twofold to cook the ingredients that are in the ceramics and also to make it so that they don't stick to the walls of the bowls. And we're gonna take this and I'm just gonna feed the mixture into the bowl. All right, so we're gonna top it with these sesame rice crackers. If you don't like sesame rice crackers, or maybe you're allergic to sesame rice crackers, 2 things. 1, don't use sesame oil. 2, don't use sesame crackers. Use something else. Try regular crackers. You know, that works. I use sesame crackers because the sesame rice crackers go well with the rice. They also go well with the sesame oil and the overall theme of the dish. And the butter is gonna go on top as the last thing. And we will use this, it's just a spoon. You just wanna spoon a little butter on top of the crackers so that they don't burn in the oven. So we're gonna put these in the oven, like I said, preheated to 350 for about 35 minutes. I want you to check them at 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and 30 minutes. Seriously. Once the top is like brown and these things are set, you need to be pulling them out. You do not want to burn all this. It's like checking for dragon. It's like switching out your wards. 9 minutes and whatever dragon minutes are. Don't rotate to dragon first on that first tower. You know how, look, we all saw China lose on that one. Don't do dragon first. But keep an eye on these. Rotations. We're gonna rotate to the oven. All right, let's do it. All right. We have finished our dish. I pulled it out of the oven. It's got a nice crispy brownish layer on top. Sprinkled a little black cracked pepper on top for garnishment. Also, the heat coming up will help get that smell going. It's really good. Faker Senpai, please have mercy on us. Come play for a North American team. League of Legends, love it. This is the Faker Kimchi Broccoli Casserole. Please, God. Please don't burn my mouth. Ooh. The aromatics coming out of it, crunch from the rice crackers, delicious, the broccoli, the cheese, all of it is really fantastic. You're gonna wanna make this dish. This is Cooking with Lubu. I'm Lubu. Please like, subscribe the channel, leave your comments, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the dish. Let me know what you wanna see in the future. If you make the dish, please take pictures and share it with me. You can share it with me on my Twitter at Chef Lubu, or you can put a picture in the comments of the YouTube. You can tag me, tag Cooking with Lubu, hashtag Cooking with Lubu. I find that on Instagram. I'm Cooking with Lubu on Instagram. I got all the social medias. The links are in the bottom, descriptions in the bottom. If you need help, come ask me. I'm on Twitter 24/7. This is a Gaza Media production. As always, we are in Battle and Brew. Thank you. Enjoy your holiday. Bow to the Korean overlords. Happy Thanksgiving.
You know me, the fighting freak Knuckles, and we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ready? I ain't gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna creep